going to change it out. I'm going to eventually change out the sprocket and chain set to a little bit better gearing. So instead of being geared to running at 55, it'll be geared to run more like 65, 70. That is just that's so I can run on the highways a little bit better and give a little better fuel mileage. These bikes, I did find information on the internet telling me what the specs were stock, brand new. And these bikes were really stock, was only supposed to get like 34 miles to a gallon. Now I have done it really easy and dogged this bike down, and I've gotten actually up in the low 50s. But I mean, I had to work hard to get that. And now one of the reasons why, I mean, it was a small reason, but one of the reasons why I wanted to ride was to save a little gas. Yeah, the big reason was, I mean, I just wanted to ride. I just want to ride. Puppy dogs must have an invisible fence on them. Here comes my turn. Earlier, about a month ago, I was kind of worried about inspection up for this thing. Trying to get it up and ready. And it wasn't really a worry. Now my bike does have a little boo-boo today. Don't know how it happened. But whenever I go to my T-clock, I always take a rag and wipe down my chrome, wipe off that crud and everything. Good. And I was wiping off there's a little piece on my fork, my lower triple three, that says Kawasaki and covers up the junction for the front brake. And a little piece came off the side of it, so it kind of looks nasty in the front. I'll fix that though. When I get home, I'll take the screwdriver, take it off, and repair it. It's always something with these things. It's a labor of love. But yeah, let's go back to the other day whenever I had this down for a ride on the last video. This thing, I mean, I cut the video off. I'm kind of like NT8 in that. I mean, I like to keep everything the way they are. That way you can see my faults and everything else. And I am a beginner rider. But this thing, I cut out right before it, where I came out of a side street, got straight, and I was giving a little bit too much gas, and I actually raised the front end of this thing off the ground, did a little bit of a wheelie unexpectedly. I don't know what the names of that stuff. I think it was called a power wheelie, I guess. I don't know. Then, At the end, whenever I was coming up to the cause of these underpasses, just at the other underpasses, I stopped and I was going to turn left. And I had to wait for traffic, and there's a lot of traffic coming. I had to wait for the traffic, so that's what I did. I stopped and waited for the traffic. But there was only a little section where I could get through, get across. So I was like, okay, I could do this. I gave her a little bit of gas, went off, and I accidentally popped the clutch out a little bit too hard. And she did a burnout right there, which it wasn't. I mean, I didn't mean to do it. This thing's really showing its colors. I mean, it has power that I didn't expect because I've owned it for, well, this is going 2 years. Now, of course, I've been working on it the whole time. And it's been sick, but it's really starting to show its colors. And the color is red. Actually, that color is a Mazda Fire red, they call it for their SUVs. Getting on a lot of waves today. I notice I'm getting more and more as I ride more and more around the area, because I think they're getting used to seeing the old Kawasaki running. There's a lot of newer bikes running out here. And I've talked to the oh, you hear that? A bug hit me. I talked to been talking to friends and stuff on the internet, and I think if I do have an upgrade on my bike someday, I mean, I'd really would love to stay with the KZ, but I'm thinking about maybe going with a KZ 1000 or 1000 or KZ 1100 LTD, PLTD. It's the police bike models. And I know I can make them ride a little bit better by putting a little bit of a different shock system on it and stuff. And I say, well, let's go. But I'd still keep this one in my garage. I love to ride on this. Going up a hill, I don't care for it to do, really. Well, let's see if I can do it. I'm back on the back side of the West Hill now. I'm still in Ohio. It's actually a state line road up here on top of the hill, and there's a beer distributor just in Ohio. It's where all the kids used to go over to get their beer whenever I was growing up. Never did it myself. God, this thing has torque. I didn't think it would climb this hill in that gear. I'm in 5th gear, steep hill. I figured, you know what, this thing is just ain't gonna have the power for it. Never did. Slower the gears, and she just kept on climbing the gears. Oh, right there, the barn. It's called the Milk Barn, but it's a beer distributor. Right there. On top of the hill now. And I'll be going into Pennsylvania here in a second, actually. There's a little side street right down here on the bump, State Line Road. Right here. And now I'm in Pennsylvania. And there is my city. Well, I don't own it, but I live in it. My city, Sharon. We'll go through a little ride through it. If my battery holds out, that is. There's actually a mark on the bank down here right before I get to go over a bridge down here that used to show where Sharon used to flood out in the rainy seasons from the river.